think it's time to stand, we're gonna sing. Okay, stand up. You got a happy birthday song? Yeah. Regular happy birthday. Okay, we getting there. You said count on three. One, two, three. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Murphy. Happy birthday to you. himself with final words. If I could have everyone's attention.
That's it? I got my sermon. I can raise it up. Thank you very much.
Here, your tissue.
Uh-oh. There you go.
So hello everyone. Can y'all hear me? Sound like I'm getting some backlash. But anyway, I've been preparing for this mentally, this speech, if you call it that, for about a month. And I kind of committed it to paper this morning, this afternoon. So bear with me if it's not, it's going to make sense, to me at least. But to you guys, it may or may not. But trust me, I'm so glad to be here with, I don't like to use the word you guys, you all, with all of y'all. And I thought I was going to be crying. And normally, I ain't crying today. I cried yesterday. I had folks yesterday at my house, and we had a family fish fry. All of my brother from Phoenix, and Laverne, the praline lady. That's the lady. Hey, put in your order today before she goes back to Natchez, Mississippi. Okay. She came yesterday, so did her granddaughter, Jasmine, my sister Beverly, my older sister Doris from Detroit, my cousin Leoma from Long Beach. My court was full of cars yesterday, but they only had to be, you had to be kin to me to get in. And it was a wondrous occasion, and I wrote a whole bunch of stuff down on these notes, but they don't make any sense. What I was going to say was, a couple of weeks ago, I got a phone call from one of the members of the church. We call him Tito. His name is Furman Thomas. And he asked me, he said, did you see the post that Terrence put on the internet about you on Facebook? I'm a Facebook, they say I'm a Facebook person, but I don't use it. I have a Facebook account that was created by one of my grandkids, but I very seldom, if ever, use it. And Terrence, Tito called me and said, did you see the post that Terrence posted on your Facebook account? I said, no. Then I said, what was it? He said, I'll read it to you. He read it to me. It was so complimentary and so, and it just brought tears to my eyes. But then that didn't bring as much tears as all the responses that were given to what he said. I didn't realize I was loved as much. I knew I was loved, but after that, it kind of changed. That was confirmation. And I talked to a lot of my friends about this here party, what I should say when I stand here. I said, probably people have said all the good things about me now, so I need to, talk about them. I'm so proud of the fact that all of my siblings came to be here just for the weekend, in and out. My nephew, who sang that beautiful song, is the founder of the Miami Film Festival. Check him out on Google. Brian Thompson is his name. And he's going to put put me in the movies. So, wait a minute. Just wait. In a couple of months, on the big screen. And this day, too, is going to be remembered, hopefully by all of you, because we're going to be selling DVDs. $49.95. No taxes, no shipping and handling. $49.95. So if you need to know what happened today and you're curious, we won't have it today, but trust me. And when I look around the room and see all of my kids, my grandkids, my neighbors, another guy who came from Vidalia, Mr. Westbrook, I told him once that I'm from Vidalia. He said, so am I. I said, I never knew you there. He said, so that was my mother's name. Vidalia? Oh, so he's from Vidalia, just as I am. I didn't know that. His mom was named Vidalia. And there's so many people in here I could talk about in a good way. But as the movie producer, he speaks about 6 or 7 languages. And all of you who know me know that I speak a lot of languages also. But I didn't go to school. He went to college for it. You see, I only speak languages when it's necessary. But they can vary depending on the audience. But they're all good stuff. I look back all the way in the back and I see my good friend Yvonne from Phoenix. Came all the way from Phoenix to be here with me. A lady who gelled, for lack of a better word, with me when I first joined Imani. In fact, to the point where one night we were at a party at Diana Bell's house, and I was having a drink with Celeste, and a friend of hers said to her, he says, why is he over there with that light-skinned lady? How come he ain't with his wife? They thought Yvonne was my wife, so we were together all the time at church. So I thought, she's my church. That's all. Leave it alone. Don't go no further. Yeah. And we have, this is what I went through in my mind about what I need to say and how I should say it to the total audience so that no one's offended. Everybody here is my friend. Some people have different statuses, of course. For instance, wait a minute. I don't mean that. Everybody's on the same plane. Plane. P-L-A-I-N, not P-L-A-N-E. Everybody's on the same plane. My niece, for instance, my oldest daughter, Doris, from Detroit, her daughter, up until about 6 or 7 months ago, worked for Melody Hobson, Ariel Investments, George Lucas's wife. So she said that wasn't a good enough job for her, so with Melody's blessings, she quit that job and started to work for the Obama Foundation in Chicago, which is where she works today. But this morning, when I was looking for my sisters by phone, they were living here overnight. It turns out that Jamie, my niece, had gotten one of George Lucas's, I almost said ambulances, one of his vans to drive them around and give them, my sisters, view of the Bay Area for free. Yeah. So I was pleased with that. And I look way back in the corner, I see Mike Wilkie my old friend, neighbor, Vanessa, I can't call everybody, the trumpet player, their son, my neighbor, all of my kids, grandkids. I see John White, and I was looking for Marcy Black, but she ain't here. That's John's wife, black and white. That's right. But she ain't here today. Marcy Black ain't here, but John White is. So we can't have everybody. And I look around, I see the Imani table, except for that one Christian there on the end. He ain't Imani. He's cosmopolitan. But everybody here at that table, Yvonne, Diana, Paul, all of y'all, Patty, Diane, I see y'all. And I'm looking back and seeing our church administrator. She's hiding behind her husband, but I see her. I see all these architects. Turn around, Donald. I don't see an architect. I see another one right behind you. Hey, man. Leo is there. I see Khadijah. I see all of the Oakland, what do y'all call them? Those art galleries. I see Joyce Gordon from Joyce Gordon Gallery. And I see Khadijah Frederick from Samuel's Gallery, her dad. So all these folks, and I ain't saying all that, I see a whole bunch of folks. And if I don't call your name, I see Havis over there. If I don't talk to her every day, I had a bad day. We talk a couple times every day, Cousin Havis from Vidalia. And the person that's in this audience today that I've known longer than anyone else is Mr. Hogan over there in the corner. Kenneth Hogan, the owner of Cuts and Ben's Barbershop out in East Oakland, 62nd and Foothill. If you need a haircut, go there. 40 years plus. He's one of the first guys who, we lived within 50 feet of each other. My house was at 500 Walnut, he's at 504 for the first 18 years of my life. He went away to the military, I went away to Southern, and as she said, I didn't get to stay all the time. I should have, but I was there. But we remained friends. When he became a barber, he had to have a model. Wait a minute, he had to have somebody, he had to take somebody with him. So I was his model. How he got as far as he got with me, his mom, I don't know. But he's still there on the 62nd and Foothill, 40 plus years. So, and as I said, I look around, I see those Union Oil boys, Robert Mears, Jim Adair, Fred Brown, George Nelson. I'm kind of suffering from CRS, so I can't remember stuff. So you guys thought something else, right? I don't remember everything as specifically as I should, but I do remember faces. And when I look around, I see a friend of mine over there. I see, is that you? What happened? No. I thought I saw him. What happened to Eddie? Yeah, Eddie Gillespie. I can't see him. I see Claire. But anyway, once upon a time, Eddie and after you people said all these good things about me, I remember once about 20 years ago, Eddie called me and he said, he lives in Sacramento. He called and said, I'm coming down to Richmond in a couple of days to my ex-wife's funeral. Would you go with me? Why not? Yeah, I'll go. So we went to the funeral, and as usual at our funerals, we get folks, we like to give tribute to, we give them their flowers then, not before. So we stand up against the wall and talk for 2 minutes and sit down. So after about 15 people were talking with a closed casket, by the way. Eddie leaned over to me and he said, "I don't think we're at the right funeral." But anyway, that wasn't the one I meant. And then I look back and see my how you say, the person that I admire, the person, if I don't see at church on a Sunday, or if he doesn't see me, he always calls Brother Murphy, Brother Carl, what happened? You weren't at church today. And reciprocally, I say to him the same thing. Mr. Clarence Payne, the 92 plus, the old man. He's always well dressed, clean, as we say in the new vernacular, clean, and we do it like that. I said about Charles, didn't I say the guy that I've known all of my life? Yeah. Forever? Yeah. Longer than anybody in here? Yeah. Kenneth Hogan. And I mentioned one time to Joanna that Khadijah Fredericks was my neighbor. And she says, "I know Khadijah. We will go to church together." So this is a small world. Leonard Andrews, my longtime buddy, Katie, and everybody, man. So if I don't call your name, don't be upset. Almost. So Keenan and his kids, his girls, and the guy who started me off when I retired 20, however many years ago, there's a young man over there, Richard Carlson Robinson, who lived with me at the time. Now, well, I had a bread before this bread and breakfast stuff. I had a room downstairs with a bath, and he rented it. So he was an engineer, chemical engineer at the refinery, and he also had a master's degree in finance. So all of a sudden, the Union Oil Company was sold to Tosco, and we had to choose either to stay or go. I was 57 and a half, and I had been getting a check every 2 weeks for 33 years. And I was afraid, I didn't know what to do. So I was being quoted by T. Rowe Price, Charles Schwab, and all those kinds of folks. And Carlson said, "Why do we need them? I got a degree in finance. Why don't I take your little lump sum and invest it for you and see what we can do?" So he chose a company called NDB, National Discount Brokers, invested, and I'm still here. But I do have to work 2 days a month at the airport. He didn't say that. And I see so many folks back there that Dr. White, he's there. Is that you, Richard? And I see the ex-superintendent of schools of Contra Costa County, that she is, Mrs. Blackman. And look what she got with her. Marcel. All my kids, grandkids, as I said, I'm running out. My daughter says, I don't know what this means, but I guess that means shut up. All right? I'm going to sit down there. But thanks, everybody, for coming, especially all you long-distance folks, and I pray that all of y'all, Tito, where you come from? I didn't know you were here. But anyway, thanks to everybody for coming. If I didn't call your name, it's not because my daughter told me to do this. Sit down. So thanks for coming.
Well, that ends the official program. And I'm sorry, after that, I can't name drop. I don't know nobody. I saw Danny Glover in the airport one time. I went like this, and he rolled his eyes. That's about the best I can do. You know, my son an engineer. I mean, I know, I don't know what else to say. My other son is, he's a good kid sometimes. But anyway, so all in all, we really, really appreciate you. We say that, a lot of people say that, and it's kind of just like something that's remote, kind of just say it just to be saying it, to be polite. But no, on behalf of the Carr family, we really appreciate you coming out. Some of you, I'm sure, have to go to work in the morning, or like I said, you flew in and flying out tomorrow, which is like unbelievable. So we get ready to cut a rug. And also, it's dark enough now if you're interested and want to turn the video and let it go. Sorry that we can't kind of like narrate it, but you know he in every scene, so So it ain't like you got to do a whole lot of guessing, So you got some final words?
Yeah. I just want to say, if you want to get on the video, Keith will be over here in the corner, and you can come over and say whatever message that you want to leave for Murphy. He will put it on the video. So, and like Stephanie said, it's time to get down. Let's have some fun.
She gonna be the first on the floor, I'm sure. My daddy said he'd be selling videos for how much are they? $49.95. That's kind of high. I wouldn't do it. I'd wait for the person that's selling them out the trunk down there at the grocery outlet. That's what I would do if I was you. All right, thank you.
We're gonna have a funky good time. 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 Come on, Fred. We gotta take the
Happy birthday, Grandpa. By the way, we all know I'm your favorite grandchild, and your favorite is sweet potato pie. So I made you some, and here's the directions on how you're gonna cook it. You're gonna leave them in the freezer till you're ready to make them. Put it in the refrigerator and let it defrost. Turn the oven on to 350. Let it cook for about 45 to 65 minutes. Remember to put foil around the crust so it doesn't burn. Don't call me a million times and tell me, how do I bake my pie? Other than that, happy birthday. I love you. Happy birthday, Daddy, from your favorite daughter, Mimi, the baby. Happy big 8-0. We all made it, and you're going to live forever and ever and ever. Oh, boy. Happy birthday, Dad.
Hey, Pops. How you doing? This your old buddy Malcolm from the Men of Imani Community Church. So Malcolm, Pops, from Men of Imani Community Church. Remember, I'll call you tomorrow about time I think you're in the bathroom. Peace and blessings and happy 80th birthday, brother.
Get yourself in that video. Get yourself in that video. Remember, it costs $49.95.
Gangsters, we sing y'all real friends. Can I preach? Can I preach? I gotta show them all, get it in. First, take your sex, do your gift, spend your money
There's a body that shaped and sure claim to fame. Girl, I can't get it without you. Hey, hey baby, what's that in your cup? You need to let me fill that up. You know I'm trying to see what's up with you. Hey, hey girl, how you thinking about your man? He should have held you by the hand. Cause I'm your number one fan. I ain't get it without you. Hey, how you doing? Woo. Y'all know her, right? Let's go.
No masterpiece. 10 bad, then they after me. One bad, look like a masterpiece. Looking for a dunk like an athlete. Big drip, what you call it? Big drip. Ice chain, pure water. Ice. You got the cab, but can't afford it. Cash. You got the bad, but can't afford it. Even the beat, I ride it like a jet ski. Some of the bad, they harassing me. They like me cause I rap and be with the athletes. Stop asking me, I know they mad at me. Hop in the coupe, then I slide like it's Vaseline. West Coast 6, poach on like a trampoline. Take a break out, put it on the triple beam. I'm not from Canada, but I see a lot of teams. Dismantle her, I know how to handle her. Light the candle up, make him put a banner up. Toss a 50 up, make him tie the club up. Took your bitch out the game, I had to sub her. No masterpiece. 10 bad, then they after me. One bad, look like a masterpiece. Looking for a dunk like an athlete. Big drip, what you call it? Big drip. Ice chain, pure water. Ice. You got the cab, but can't afford it. You got the bad, but can't afford it.
Pick the name, easy, make her open up and eat it. Stars in the ceiling in my seats, they Tempur-Pedic. I see them up with watching and they plotting, trying to sneak me. I can't hear the thought, can't trust the thought, they tell a secret. Big back, take, look back, little new. Catch them down bad and looking cry a whole river. Now on my back, I'm taking care of the whole village. Somebody got shot, what you talking about, Willis? In the lobby with a brick, a wicked Bobby with your dick. I go Lawrence with the fit, in the Robin with no tent. I'm from the trench, I got the dirty money wrench. He was poppin', so I popped and afraid to God repent.
No masterpiece. 10 bad, then they after me. One bad, look like a masterpiece. Looking for a dunk like an athlete. Big drip, what you call it? Big drip. Ice chain, pure water. Ice. You got the cab, but can't afford it. You got the bad, but can't afford it.
Take off. No limit to the money. I picked the gang up, took a flight across the country. I took the waitress, told her to keep the ones coming. Hit the store to get some backwoods and left the right running. Looking like they blind, but we already on it. In the left with Celine, like that bag that she wanted. A lot of teams, busting like them jeans, make you want it. Make you wanna spend a 50, hit the same with a donut. Whole team full of queens, gotta keep their eyes on queen. Snake in the sky, probably wanna slide on them. I bet they ride on them when I put that prize on them. 10 bad, okay, them got 5 on them.
No masterpiece. 10 bad, then they after me. One bad, look like a masterpiece. Looking for a dunk like an athlete. Big drip, what you call it? Big drip. Ice chain, pure water. Ice. You got the cab, but can't afford it. You got the bad, but can't afford it.
Two-step, oh yeah. Oh yeah. 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 Good night.
is falling too. I'm in love with your body. And last night you were in my room, and now my bedsheets smell like you. Every day discovering something brand new. Well, I'm in love with your body. Oh, I, oh, I, oh, I, oh, I. I'm in love with your body. Oh, I, oh, I, oh, I, oh, I. Well, I'm in love with your body. Oh, I, oh, I, oh, I, oh, I. Well, I'm in love with your body. Every day discovering something brand new. I'm in love with the shape of you. When we can, we let the story begin. We're going out on our first date. You and me are thrifty, so go all you can eat. Fill up your bag and I fill up the plate. We talk for hours and hours about the sweet and the sour and how your family's doing okay. And even getting a taxi, kissing the backseat, tell the driver make the radio play. And I'm singing like, girl, you know I want your love. Your love was handmade for somebody like me. Come on now, follow my lead. I may be crazy, don't mind me. Say, boy, let's not talk too much. Grab on my waist and put that body on me. Come on now, follow my lead. Come on now, follow my lead. I'm in love with the shape of you. We push and pull like a magnet do. Although my heart is falling too. I'm in love with your body. Last night you were in my room, and now my bedsheets smell like you. Every day discovering something brand new. Well, I'm in love with your body. Oh, I, oh, I, oh, I, oh, I. Well, I'm in love with your body. Oh, I, oh, I, oh, I, oh, I. Well, I'm in love with your body. Oh, I, oh, I, oh, I, oh, I. Well, I'm in love with your body. Every day discovering.
Look at the camera. Look over here, Miss Carter. This is video, so move around, say some. Happy birthday, Grandpa. We love you. All right. Yeah, thank you.
We're the Dolly Walls. Hey, Grandpa, happy birthday. Jaden, Maggie, you're Melissa.
Put your little fingers up in the air and show a hand if you don't even much care. We finna get another bag this year. My ex.
Your favorite grandson. I know they've been trying to claim it. I didn't have a mic, but I was gonna tell you, your favorite. Love you, Grandpa. We'll come over there, we gonna hang out, play some cool 9-ball or something.
This is video. It's on video, so talk.
This is Leoma from Long Beach. This is Murphy's first cousin. She may be his only first cousin.
Welcome. Hey, boy again.
Hey, love you, man.
Happy birthday, Grandpa. I love you. What's your name? I'm Tamia. And your birthday is Miriam.
But it's about People dancing, see the river falling. Join the fun, it's the miracle. Everyone's dancing, their troubles away. Come join our party, see how we play. Somebody takes it to Moja. Yeah, Tango, Tango, we to party, go, we go. Oh, Tango, Tango, somebody takes it to Moja. Yeah, Tango, Tango. We're gonna have a party all night long. All night, all night long. All night long. All night, all night long. Everyone you meet.
No tax. Shipping and handling, no shipping and handling. We need some help to the car. Oh, I know that. So when are you going?